And my coach calls me and she's like, listen, your video got flagged and somebody sent it to the NCAA and you're ineligible. Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's pretty important to me, and that is the new NCAA legislation that has been passed that is starting to move more in the direction of giving rights back to the athletes in terms of their monetization and how much money they can make while they play a sport in college. So I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the new legislation, and I'm going to be going down memory lane, giving you a story about my experience with the NCAA when I was playing lacrosse at USC. Basically, the way it's been for college athletes is that when you sign to play a sport in college with the NCAA, any D1, D2, D3 sport, you sign away your right to your name, image, and likeness. And that's probably a term that's been thrown around a lot recently. And what it really means is that you cannot promote any for-profit entity or business, and even if you own it, and nobody can profit off of you. You cannot be used for any promotion for any for-profit business or entity unless it is through the school's athletic department. So, for example, like a big-time quarterback that everybody knows from a big school, like let's say Joe Burrow during his last year at LSU. LSU and LSU's partners, corporate partners, could promote Joe Burrow to sell tickets, to do whatever, sell merchandise, but Joe could not sign his own individual endorsement. But the trickle-down effect that it has on smaller sports like lacrosse is that somebody like me as a YouTuber, while they play a sport in college, can't monetize their videos, can't see any financial gain, can't do sponsored posts, can't drop merch, because if I were to drop merch while I was playing in college, then technically that would be a business and I would be promoting the business. Even though I own it, it doesn't matter. I still can't promote it. So on Tuesday, the NCAA voted to support legislation that will give athletes back the right to their name, image, and likeness. So like I said, I played at USC. I'm a junior at USC right now, so I played my freshman and sophomore seasons, and then I quit the team just before the season this year. So my freshman year at USC, I started this YouTube channel, this vlog, and it took off very quickly, and I was learning a lot of new things about the NCAA. But my journey with the NCAA starts the day I got on campus. So the summer before my freshman year, I had a job filming for Miles Jones, who's one of the best professional lacrosse players in the world. I would go to his games, film them, and I would make him edits videos to post on his Instagram account. And I oftentimes would also post them on mine as well. So the day I got to campus my freshman year, my coach called me and suggested that I go over to the NCAA compliance department for USC athletics and talk to them about what I can and can't do. So that way I started ahead of the curve. I was able to kind of realize my boundaries the day that I got to campus. That way we wouldn't run into any issues. I met with them that day, and we decided that I would no longer be able to post Miles's videos on my Instagram because I was essentially promoting Miles because he's a for-profit business. Miles makes money as a lacrosse player and through his endorsement, so I would be promoting Miles. And this kind of for me was like, it was my first day on campus, obviously a lot going on, like whirlwind, but like I know that I had enjoyed posting Miles's videos, and that was something that was taken away from me. At the time, I was able to get over it, whatever, but I think it was one of the first things that really caught my eye with my journey with the NCAA, and kind of I was like, oh wow, like, okay, I wonder what else I'm not allowed to do. Like, I enjoyed that, but whatever. At the time, I kind of put it away, but that was really the first domino to fall. So then that spring, I started a YouTube channel. I started this YouTube channel, and we would vlog, me and my teammates. You guys all know the classic old vlog in the airports, showcasing the lifestyle of a Division I athlete. It was very fun. It was very exciting. A lot of sleepless nights. I was pouring a lot of time into it. I didn't really know necessarily what I was doing. Like, I didn't really know how to run a YouTube channel. I was just doing it. Like, we were just vlogging, throwing it up there, whatever. People loved it. We were having fun. And that really became something that I had to keep an eye on because of the NCAA again. So I was again brushed up on the rules with our compliance department, and I was like very, very careful. Like, I followed every single rule. And as you guys remember, I would even like make jokes with my friends about how compliant we were with the NCAA rules, because we were like, we're not getting caught. Like, we're not getting caught. There's nothing we're doing. We don't want to break any rules. So we didn't. That for me was a little difficult though, because I wanted to maybe explore making merch or doing sponsored posts or things like that, but I couldn't, and that was fine. And there was really nobody I could like talk to about it, because I didn't really at that point know any other college athlete vloggers, and I was just kind of like out there on my own, kind of figuring it out. It was definitely an interesting time, but it was a little upsetting that I was restricted in that way with my videos. But I was pouring a lot of time into it. I was having fun. It was a way to bring me and my teammates laughter, and we loved it. So it is what it is. So my sophomore year, I kept vlogging, and in December, we ran into our first issue with the NCAA. So basically what happened was I was doing Vlogmas, like daily vlogs in December, and I posted a vlog where early in the vlog, me and my homie Flay, we were walking around the locker room and giving a little tour of it for the viewers. It was like showcasing what we get access to. So like first was locker room, and we were showing them Flay's locker, and Flay like flipped her hair, and I jokingly put music behind it and put the clip in slow-mo and put like the L'Oreal logo in the corner.
Here we got a hairbrush, We got some toothpaste.
And because I thought it was funny, I thought it was like a makeup commercial. Then later in the day, I was doing a gear bag video, like kind of showing what I have in my gear bag with lacrosse, like my school stuff, everything, just kind of like going through my bag. I pulled out my goggles. I mentioned that our team was sponsored by STX and Nike. I'm always ready for a lacrosse game when I have these on. Our equipment sponsor is STX. Clean Nike socks, gotta love those. We're sponsored by Nike. So. And I figured that was fine because part of the NCAA thing was that you were allowed to like state factual things, and that was a factual thing. I wasn't endorsing STX or Nike. I was just saying that those were our sponsors for our team. It's a factual statement. So then we go to winter break, everything's fine. I keep vlogging at home, and then we come back to school in January, and my coach calls me, and she's like, listen, your video got flagged, and somebody sent it to the NCAA, and you're ineligible. And when I heard that, my heart dropped. It was a month before our first game, so luckily I didn't miss any game action. When you're ineligible in terms of the NCAA, you basically can go to practice, do all that, but you can't play in games. So we didn't have any games, so that was good. But I honestly was just upset that I let my coach down, and I let Flay down too because she also was declared ineligible because she was in the video. We cleared it up with the compliance department. I sent a statement to the NCAA, like kind of a statement of regret.
I state my regret.
And then I was back and I was good, and we kind of put that behind us. But from that, I was upset and I felt guilty, and I didn't want to put my coach in any bad position or my teammates in any bad position, because basically it's like if a player does something bad and the NCAA flags it and they get a suspension or whatever, it looks poorly on the coach and it looks poorly on the program. So I quickly was like, this isn't fun and games anymore. I have to really be careful. And it honestly caused me a lot of stress and anxiety. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of stress and anxiety. Like every video I posted, I would be like freaking out, like watching over and over. I would be like overanalyzing little things, and I would like send it to my friends, be like, is this good? Do you think this is good? Like it was a mess, and I was very anxious, and I kind of stopped posting. That spring I didn't really post much, and I think it was because of that. And then in the summer, I got my PLL internship, and I was very careful there because I was having a blast, and it was the best summer of my life. But I couldn't really do much with any content. Like I couldn't vlog a day in the life of my job, or I couldn't vlog with the players, or I couldn't really post much on Instagram. I never tagged the PLL in anything. I had to be very, very careful because the PLL is a huge for-profit entity, and that would really put me in a lot of trouble. So I was walking on eggshells there again. And it was kind of this balance. Like I wanted to work at the PLL and have fun and like advance my career in that way, but I also wanted to grow my YouTube channel, and I was set on doing both that summer, but I wasn't really able to, since all my time was going to the PLL, which was amazing, and I wanted to vlog that, I couldn't. I was too anxious to really even post anything about the PLL that summer, because if I had posted anything, I would have been flagged and my coach wouldn't have been happy. So then this past fall, my junior year, I get back to school. We have a new lacrosse compliance person, and I meet with them, and we decide that they will watch all my videos before I post them. And I loved that. It was the best. It was basically, it relieved me of all liability. Like they gave me the okay, and like as far as I was concerned, like that's good, I'm good, because they are like experts on the NCAA rules. That's what they do. They work at college campuses for the athletics departments, kind of telling the coaches and players what they can and can't do. So that worked out really well for me, and then I was vlogging, I was fine, everything was great. Okay, so that leads us to this spring. I quit the team in January, and there were a lot of factors that went into me quitting the team that I will explain one day, maybe in another video, but the gist of it really for me was that I was anxious. I really, really have always been passionate about filming sports, and whether it was the time commitment or the NCAA thing, I felt like I wasn't really able to do that. There were a lot of basketball games in Southern California, a lot of jobs I'd turned down, a lot of things that I could have filmed and built my portfolio up, and I kind of felt like I was just sitting in place. I decided to quit the team, and one of the reasons was that I didn't want to have to deal with the NCAA anymore, and I wanted to be able to really just post what I want. I wanted to have the freedom, I wanted to reach my full potential. So literally right after I quit, I did all the things that I wished I could have done while I was on the team dealing with the NCAA. I made my Instagram profile public. I went out right away and got a job filming for a speed coach who was training NFL prospects to be ready for the NFL Combine. And I started like the week after I quit. It was so much fun. I was driving back and forth every single morning, then going to class. I was making money. I was able to post whatever I wanted on my Instagram. I could post anything about that experience all over my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, whatever. It was just freedom. Like I was finally free. And I would still go to all my teammates' games. That was amazing. Like my teammates obviously are like the homies. Like I was still such a big part of the team even when I left. Like I was still hanging out with them every single night. They weren't going anywhere, and I always knew that, but I was finally free from the NCAA. I could finally do whatever I wanted. And a lot of the stress and anxiety that I was experiencing, I think was because I was walking a thin line with the NCAA and the videos, and I was trying to follow every single rule, but there were so many rules, and that's literally why we have experts who know all the rules. Like it's impossible for kids to be like fluent in the NCAA language. It's crazy. So it was definitely difficult for me during college to deal with that, and that's why I'm so excited about this new legislation and what's been happening recently with the NCAA. So my thoughts is that if you give kids back their name, image, and likeness, you will see more people like me who are able to showcase the NCAA lifestyle and start YouTube channels and clothing brands and whatever, and take full advantage of their name. I think you have a lot of money coming in and out of schools every single year from athletics departments, and none of it really goes to the players who are on the field doing the work. So I think it'll be cool now that kids will get back that name, image, and likeness opportunity where they can see what types of sponsorships they could get, or see what kind of financial revenue streams they could open up for themselves. I think it's a really, really, really good thing for sports and for college sports. I think bottom line, regardless of if any kid ever makes $1 off of this, is that they get back the power. They don't have to go to sleep at night wondering if the vlog that they have queued up for 10 a.m. has any issues in it, or has any compliance issues in it, or who they're gonna upset, or who they're gonna put in jeopardy. I think you just give the power back to the kids, and that's the most important thing for me out of this. This is a very, very, very exciting time to be a student athlete, and the money is finally going into their pockets. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to know what you think about the NCAA legislation down below. Please drop a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Fight on. I put it glow on